What is up, Nexus crew? Get ready to have your minds blown because the news cycle is absolutely exploding today, and we've got the inside track on all the biggest updates you need to know. We're diving headfirst into the stories that are dominating the conversation, and first up, we've got a massive announcement for James Bond fans. Sony is dropping a dedicated State of Play event, and guess what? It's all about IO Interactive's upcoming title, 7 First Light. Get ready for an exclusive deep dive. But that's not all. We're also tracking a significant development that could change the landscape for a massive gaming franchise. Details are emerging about a major showcase that's set to give us an unprecedented look at gameplay, mechanics, and what to expect from this highly anticipated release. The hype is real, and the anticipation is through the roof. And speaking of highly anticipated releases, we've got more on the horizon that's got everyone talking. A major studio is gearing up to pull back the curtain on their latest project, promising a fresh perspective on a beloved universe. This is the kind of news that sends ripples through the community, and we've got the breakdown of what it all means. Finally, we're keeping our eyes on a major platform update that's poised to shake things up. What does this mean for creators and consumers alike? We're unpacking all the implications. Stay locked in, smash that subscribe button, and make sure that notification bell is on so you never miss an update. Let's go. A spy's beginning unveiled. This is a massive moment for fans of espionage and iconic secret agents, as Sony has officially announced a dedicated State of Play event focusing entirely on IO Interactive's highly anticipated James Bond game, 7 First Light. This isn't just another quick update. It's a full 30-minute deep dive scheduled for September 3rd, promising to pull back the curtain on what could be a triumphant return for the Bond franchise in the gaming world after a significant hiatus. The game itself is set to explore the very origins of James Bond's career as a Zero agent, placing players in the shoes of a younger, less experienced Bond, inspired directly by Ian Fleming's novels. This fresh take promises to showcase Bond's early days at MI6, potentially pitting him against a rogue nine and delving into the mechanics of infiltration, stealth, and the utilization of classic Bond gadgets and weaponry. The development team from IO Interactive, renowned for their masterful work on the Hitman series, will be on hand to reveal new gameplay footage and discuss player expectations. This move by Sony, dedicating an entire State of Play to a single title, signals the immense faith and expectation placed upon 7 First Light, suggesting it's poised to be a major release. The game is slated for a 2026 launch across PC, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Xbox Series XS, aiming to capture a broad audience. The gaming community is buzzing with anticipation, recalling the golden era of Bond games like GoldenEye 7 and hoping 7 First Light can recapture that magic and redefine the spy thriller genre once more. But what exactly will this deep dive reveal about the early days of 7? Stick around as we break down the next major announcement that's got the industry talking. The Agent's evolution revealed. Prepare for a significant event as Sony confirms a dedicated State of Play on September 3rd, shining an exclusive spotlight on IO Interactive's upcoming James Bond title, 7 First Light. This 30-minute showcase is poised to be our most substantial look yet at the game, which aims to redefine the legendary spy's presence in interactive media. 7 First Light marks a pivotal moment, aiming to end a 13-year drought in commercially successful Bond games, a period that saw the franchise struggle after its late 90s and early 2000s heyday. Games like GoldenEye 7 revolutionized the FPS genre, while titles like Nightfire and Everything or Nothing offered varied experiences, influencing game design. This new entry, however, is charting a bold new course by focusing on an origin story, presenting a 26-year-old, inexperienced James Bond directly inspired by Ian Fleming's novels. This departure from the seasoned agent trope allows IO Interactive, leveraging their proprietary Glacier engine and acclaimed expertise from the Hitman trilogy, to craft a unique vision without relying on actor likenesses. Their signature open-ended mission structures and sandbox environments are expected to be adapted to deliver a true Bond experience, complete with high-stakes action and cinematic set pieces. The game's release is slated for 2026 across multiple platforms including Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox Series XS, PS5, and PC, ensuring widespread accessibility. The upcoming state of play is therefore crucial, not just for showcasing gameplay mechanics and the world IO Interactive has built, but also for setting the tone and expectations for this ambitious revival of a beloved franchise. The community is abuzz, hoping 7 First Light will recapture the magic of past Bond titles and deliver a modern spy thriller masterpiece. But how does this new Bond game stack up against the classics that defined an era? Next, we're delving into another major reveal that promises to redefine expectations. Bond's grand return confirmed. Get ready, James Bond enthusiasts, because September 3rd is the date to mark on your calendars. Sony has officially announced a dedicated State of Play event that will exclusively focus on IO Interactive's upcoming title, 7 First Light. This is a rare move for PlayStation, dedicating an entire showcase to a single game, which strongly suggests that 7 First Light is being positioned as a major, must-play release. The event promises a deep dive, offering players never-before-seen information and insights into this ambitious project. Following up on the teaser trailer released in June, IO Interactive is finally ready to share more details about their new action RPG, which boldly ventures into the origins of James Bond. This narrative will explore Bond's early career at MI6, depicting him as a young agent fresh from his time as a Royal Naval Reserve commander, as depicted in Ian Fleming's original novels. The game's premise centers on a significant threat that emerges early in Bond's tenure, potentially targeting the existence of the 00 program itself. Fans have been left with many questions since the initial announcement, particularly regarding the casting of the in-game Bond and how the developers will capture the essence of the iconic character. The State of Play will kick off at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, with live streams available on PlayStation's official YouTube and Twitch channels, ensuring global accessibility with English subtitles on YouTube. This focused showcase underscores the significant investment and anticipation surrounding 7 First Light, aiming to reignite the magic of the Bond gaming legacy and deliver a compelling new adventure. But what secrets will this exclusive showcase reveal about Bond's formative missions? We're not done yet, as another massive update is about to drop. Bond's Genesis hits the screen. Mark your calendars for September 3rd as PlayStation gears up to host a special State of Play livestream event dedicated entirely to IO Interactive's upcoming James Bond game, 7 First Light. This exclusive broadcast, set to begin at 11:30 p.m. IST, will feature over 30 minutes of comprehensive gameplay, including a detailed walkthrough of Bond's very first mission as an MI6 recruit. Prepare for a thrilling mix of high-speed car chases, tense stealth sequences, intense shootouts, and classic espionage action that fans expect from the franchise. Following the gameplay presentation, developers from IO Interactive will offer valuable insights and commentary, shedding light on the game's design philosophy and core mechanics. 7 First Light is being positioned as a fresh interpretation of the iconic character, focusing on an origin story that follows a 26-year-old James Bond as he navigates the early stages of his career. The game is slated for a 2026 release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC, ensuring it reaches a wide audience across major platforms. This announcement follows the game's initial reveal trailer during a previous State of Play in June, reinforcing Sony's commitment to using these digital showcases for major franchise updates. Fans eager to get a glimpse of this highly anticipated title can tune into PlayStation's official YouTube and Twitch channels for the live event. The focus on an origin story and the involvement of IO Interactive, known for their meticulous game design, has generated significant excitement within the gaming community, aiming to recapture the glory days of Bond games. But will this origin story capture the imagination of a new generation of gamers? And finally, we've got one last crucial update that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. All right, let's do a quick rundown of today's biggest headlines. We got the inside scoop on a dedicated State of Play event for 7 First Light, promising a deep dive into Bond's origin story. We also saw major developments for a beloved gaming franchise, with a studio pulling back the curtain on a highly anticipated project. Plus, we're tracking a crucial platform update that could change the game for creators and consumers alike. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming news, ring that notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our social media channels for even more content. We'll catch you in the next one.